So I talked to my campus supervisor, and she felt that evaluation, being an evaluator and an instructional supervisor, went hand in hand. Like it wasn't something to separate. But she did say a key factor in it is having that open line of communication, which her and I discussed later. That in our discussion post that we have been doing, communication was a key factor showing up in many of our posts. That the line of communication has to be open for an evaluator slash supervisor to develop that relationship with their teacher that they are in charge of evaluating and supervising. She also had quite a bit of experiences to develop her instructional capacity. She was spent 2 years as an instructional coach for her campus, so that was all content level, and I believe that was at a middle school campus, so 6th through 8th grade. And then she said that they met regularly district wide with all the instructional coaches to discuss best practices and what they're seeing in other classrooms across the district. And she also served 2 years as the instructional AP. So again, she said that they would meet. I believe that this was at a middle school again, so 6th through 8th grade, all subject areas, all content areas. And she was in charge of going in and evaluating and being their coach, going over best practices, common things that they want to see across the district. And she said during those times they met twice a month to go over meet as a district. All the AP instructional coaches would meet as a district to go over what the district wanted to see implemented, plus, again, best practices and common things that they were seeing in other classrooms. Just share that information. So to me, I think the biggest thing is communication, making sure your teachers know that as their evaluator, but also as their supervisor, their instructional supervisor, that communication line is open. They need to be able to feel comfortable coming up to you and saying, you know what, I'm struggling in this area, I need some help. So that's not only communication, but also the relationship aspect. I know at my school I have my evaluator, who is my director, and then I have my evaluator, who is my content coach. And I personally have a better relation with my content coach, so I'm much more open with her about, hey, I need some help here, I'm struggling here, versus when my evaluator as my director comes in, I'm not quite as comfortable. So building that relationship based on open, truthful, honest communication is a huge factor in building that evaluator-supervisor relationship.